Holiday Doc back, and yes, we have Team Fear footage through the eyes of Moho. We're going to be watching a semi-finals game going down here. This is Scrapyard CTF MLG variant, and Moho with a big bang off the start here, getting a two-piece. The spawn's a little late, tries to get him in the back, but they're unable to even stop him in the first 15 seconds of this game. 20 seconds, 30 seconds, he gets a cap. That is just phenomenal. First 30 seconds of the game are the most important. Your objective player and everyone else sets the pace of the game. You want to come out as strong as you can and show the other team that you're here to get as many flag caps as you can and you're not going to let down. You're going to see time and time again Team Fear set up almost directly on top of the opposing team and just control spawn, control map, and just get everything 100% order. This is almost one of those perfect games, and you can see it in action. Great nade toss there, didn't quite get the spawn he was hoping for behind Forklift there. However, the other teammates pull him behind and pick up the kills for a 2 lead in the first minute and 15 seconds of the game. As the other team, it's probably just outraging you, you're just frustrated, they got 2 flags. It's not the end of the world. You gotta just regroup and just put your pace back on, get your setups going again, but it's gonna be pretty hard to stop Moho and the team here from just dominating this game, as you're gonna see. Now that knife probably should have hit. Moho is running a 3-bar connection while everybody is all on 4 bars. Being the objective player myself and knowing how the 3-bar versus 4-bar works, you just have to compensate and adjust your shots and adjust everything accordingly. Moho does a really good job here of, controlling the pace of this game. There's a great call out right there. Basically they had too many guys in their spawn, and Asian moves in for the flag and picks it up while their team is preoccupied with trying to get at least one flag on the board. And they kind of made a mistake because they left their spawn completely open. Asian, was able just to swoop in and grab that flag. Now it's a 3-0 lead. Right here you're going to see, a lucky spawn. He spawns right behind him and, takes the kill. But, having a 3-0 lead in the first 3 minutes of this game in a semifinals match, that's pretty good. We got J-Haps on the other team, which is not a player to be taken lightly. And, they're both veteran teams. And you have to think, what kind of intimidation factor does it come into play when you're playing against high-ranked teams like Team Fear? Do other teams, kind of get psyched out at all, you wonder? It's, some questions that I'd like to ask. And, we did a podcast with Team Fear that'll be released on the 26th of August. Check in, and it's going to be some real good stuff with Moho and APOC and myself talking about what to come. And right here, really smart play. He realizes that he's going to be outgunned by the long-range gun, the Slayer type stuff, so he chooses his battle, and it works out for him, except, he does pull in behind Courtyard and some guy is waiting for him, and it does happen. But he's able to call it to his team. His other team moves in, Sinister there with the spawn trap, and Asian helping him out, supporting. We have 4 caps in 4 minutes. That is pretty unbelievable. And it's just it's one of those dominating games that you get to see every once in a while. It's not always like this. 2 high caliber teams, sometimes you're going to see a 0-0 and maybe a flag cap in the last 30 seconds for an extremely tight game. But then again, you're going to see games that are blowouts. And Moho and his team here just, plug away at that flag. And I think one of the most important things as a good team to realize is you can never just take for granted that you've got enough flags. The other team can always come back. If you get 5 flags and run 1 round, well, when you switch, there might be a difference in side factor, so the other team might be able to get those 5 flags back. You can never start to turtle. and Team Fear never turtles into their stuff and just plays a defensive position. They're always going for that flag, and they're always setting up for the tactical, the routes back, and making sure that they have full map control and making sure they're getting those spawns down. And it's really great to watch and kind of learn from. Everybody wants to learn tactics. Well, this is the best way. Moving into second half, let's see if the other team here can kind of bring it back. It's always interesting to see if if there's a difference in side play, whether one side is more outbalanced than the other. But Scrapyard, personally, I feel is a pretty even map. I do prefer the side that they were on first, bottom side, office side, and I don't know what the other team was doing right here. He was able just to run down, and he did some smart stuff there. He went into L building to avoid the stun checks, and they are set up for the relay. They did spawn Crane, so he is going to get cut off in middle. Sinister probably should have cut through building 4 to avoid the stuns and the grenades, but Moho is kind of getting back there and just trying to relay and leapfrog that flag back. And every couple feet helps. You're not going to be able to always get them, but keep pushing for those flags, and it'll eventually get there for you. The other team, is starting to push up. They do kind of catch Team Fear off guard here. They're not in a good position to grab that flag, and with such a short run distance, the other team's able to secure the flag quite easily. If your team's out of place, the other team's going to capitalize on that. You need to always be aware of where your teammates are and your spawns. If you're going 3 down, 4 down, when you spawn, you got to be ready to chuck those stuns and get them off their feet, off their toes. If you're 2 down, your 2 guys should be, kind of weary, making sure that you're set up so that your respawns don't get spawn trapped. Moving throughout the map, making sure everything's in position. You gotta just keep securing. Like I said before, they've got 2 flags back, so maybe there was a bit of a side favor, if you want to call it, and they got 3 minutes left. There's lots of time to get flags. They just have to stop Team Fear and make sure they don't continue to cap flags, and you're gonna see the other team is doing a really good job of controlling the map as much as possible. I feel for Moho on that kill right there. He should have had both those guys, and Modern Warfare 2's hit detection is not always the greatest, but you gotta live with it and you gotta work with it. Hope to see Black Ops with a lot better choices, options that have been changed. Hope to see LAN, like we're talking about in our podcast on the 26th here. And Team Fear's got a lot of good stuff on their wish list. We kind of examined the recent trailer that was released, and let's hope that dive feature is a perk and not just something everybody can do. So Team Fear controlling the flag while the other team pulled their own flag. He's going to go up top building here, and this is a popular move. Realize that if your other team has your flag and you're in the position to go top office with it, the other team is probably going to do the same and go 3-story on the warehouse side. Now, those big metal beams are not able to be shot through, so he's using them as cover and just trying to wait on his team to get the flag back. TF Asian's moving through building 2, TF Main and Sinister are moving up in a triangle type area, and they're trying to control the map as much as possible and slowly move up, and after getting a kill, moving up, just securing that much more ground on the map. You don't want to just rush in there and assume you're going to get that flag. They do get the flag down, but they're unable to actually get in there and actually cap the flag back to the base. So, Asian could have waited for the respawns a little bit more and just kind of secured positions rather than going for the flag right away. They're not in bad shape right now. Honestly, with a minute left, it's going to be really hard to get 4 flags. So, technically you can say the game's over, but Moho left it in a great position. They're unable to secure the flag back, and I think this is going to pretty much end the game. Now, this is an exciting game. It's not a close game, but you're going to see a lot of tactics and a lot of strategies being used, and people are all about that. And I hope that my commentary is good enough for everybody, and hopefully Moho and APOC want to continue letting me talk over their footage. Please rate, subscribe the video, and check out Team Fair's YouTube page. They've gotten 4,000 subs in less than a month, and that just shows you how well known these guys are in the gaming world when it comes to professional Call of Duty or semi-pro Call of Duty. Thanks again for checking out the video. I'm Holiday Doc, and I am out of here.
Your work is appreciated. Well done.